This is TWiT.
My app, all right, I was on This Week in Google a couple of weeks ago, and I did show this app off then, but I really wanted to bring it here because I actually have been using it a decent amount. I like it, and it's worth knowing about it. It hasn't been in the arena, so it's getting a second shot here. This app is called AllTrails, and very recently I've been, my wife and I have been wanting to kind of get more into like hiking. We live in Sonoma County. There's a lot of really great places to go hiking around here. Just kind of seems like a lot of fun to do now that the weather's improving and everything. Well, AllTrails is a way to kind of tap into kind of a community around hiking paths, biking paths, running paths, all these different places, whether they're posted officially or not. This is a way for people to kind of share some of these paths and actually have deeper integration as far as how they track their fitness around those paths and everything like that. It does have a free trial, though there is a yearly cost for this. It's $29.99 for the year, so you pay per year, and they tout 60,000, more than 60,000 trail maps. But you can kind of see here, like, this is near me, right? Location is on, showing 250 trails near me, and you can kind of organize this. There's filters down here, so you can really get in there, like, show me only the closest things, and I like moderate difficulty. I'm really looking to go backpacking and maybe hiking. I would love to be able to do some fishing, maybe even some camping or whatever. And I want it to be more than 3 stars. I don't want it to suck. Go ahead and apply. Those filters are too strong. Okay, I just put in too much stuff. So let's kind of take some of these. I'm imagining the more you do and the what to do, you're probably going to kind of limit things. So let's just keep it simple here. Okay, so here are 3 paths. Paula Marin Trail to Lemon Tower Beach. You can see there's 3 ratings on here. It's a pretty easy path. If I go in here, you can kind of take a look at some of the photos along the way. These are pictures that people have taken along those paths. 12 photos to be. Oh, that looks pretty. 12 photos have been taken to be exact. And then you take a look down here on the map, and you can kind of see where it is and where along the path those photos have been taken. You also see a little elevation map. So from the beginning of the path, you're hiking up, down, really steep. So this part is probably going to be a little strenuous. It tells you kind of where the elevation is from the beginning all the way up. The total distance of this, 16.8 miles. This is no small hike. This is a pretty serious one. But you can kind of zoom in, and as I said, like, you could tap on any of these, and people leave little notes as you go along at different lat long points along the path. And down here, of course, you have little reviews and everything. Nice trail to take to Wildcat Camp, and that's what one person said, and you could review it, of course, yourself as well. Now, when you've got the paid version, you can do things like download. So I could download this for offline, which when you're going hiking is probably a really good idea, just in case you lose your connectivity. You can do that. And then when you set out on the path, well, you can get directions to go there. So I could launch into directions, and this is going to take me right to the beginning of that path, right, in my Google Maps. But when you get there and you set out, you hit record. It takes you to this kind of screen, and obviously it would identify you at the beginning of the path. You'd hit record, and it'll record your travel along the way. If you veer off the path, the map will kind of change to note where you went, or maybe someone posts that path, but they decided to go an alternate route. You could actually choose to go their route. You can, of course, take pictures along the way, and then they'll be embedded into the map and those points. All sorts of things that you can do. You can also load on different, let me see, how do I get to the different map layers? Is that it? Layers, there you go. You got different layers that you can embed as well. So if you want, the terrain, the topographical map, there's a satellite image, all the OpenStreetMaps layers that you can do in there. All of these can be downloaded independently. So if one's more important to you than another, this will do that for you. It's just a really great app for finding and exploring, essentially. Let's see if I remove all of my filters. Well, here, I'll go to my profile. So I've got, let's see here, stats. I went a couple of different places. These are like my overall stats that you can kind of nerd out on. I've also done, I've done a couple, and I did one 5 days ago, the mountain trail. And you can kind of see this was my specific hike, going all the way up and going all the way back. This is an out and back path. And yeah, it was pretty steep. By the end, we were 2,500 feet up from 600 feet. So, and it gives you the weather readout and all that kind of stuff. It's called AllTrails. If you're looking to get outside, right now is kind of the best time to do that. Check it out. I think it's a really great app. It's well designed, and there's actually a really great community on here. So you're almost guaranteed to find some activity around you. And I find a lot of activity here in the Bay Area. And, it'll get you out of the house, walking on some paths or riding on them with your bike or whatever. So it's called AllTrails. Check it out.